YouTube channel. My name's Lydia. This is Nuki. Today's Hatha practice is a beautiful sequence I've put together for you that's going to be targeting your hamstrings. So hamstrings, I've got a love and hate relationship with it. Some days I'm feeling my hamstrings are really open and other days it's just so tight. So if you're out there and you're feeling pain in your hamstrings, you're feeling it's really tight, you're not alone. This little sequence is going to help you navigate through lengthening your hamstrings. And remember, over time, it's about consistency. So if you keep practicing, you're definitely going to become more flexible in your hamstrings. Let's come and meet on the mat, everyone. Find yourself in a comfortable seat as you send your attention to the breath. Feel each and every long, slow, deep breath. Breathing in fully and exhaling fully. Allow your breath to try and find its own natural rhythm. Hands to Anjali Mudra at the heart. Let us begin our practice by setting a positive intention. Releasing the hands down, let's come and stand tall at the front of our mat. Come into a forward fold position as you bring your elbows side by side. You can relax the neck down, shaking the head yes or no, and bend the knees as much as you need to here. Draw the chest down to the tops of your thighs and feel a sense of letting go. Heaviness in the body in this forward fold. Release the hands down to the floor. Take your two peace fingers, index and middle finger, wrap them around your big toe from the outside, and then bend your knees, drag the elbows out to the sides, and fold your chest down to the top of your thighs. Baddha Konasana, extended hand to big toe pose. Remember, start by bending the knees so your chest is on your thighs. And then after a few breaths, if you wish to lengthen your hamstrings, lift your hips a little higher and extend the legs. Come up onto the fingertips now. And then place the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet. If this feels a little too much for you, then you can come into the first version of Baddha Konasana. If you're having an easy time, then send the weight forwards and see if you can distribute the weight onto your tiptoes here, maybe lifting your heels off the floor. Keep folding the chest forwards as much as you can and breathe. Inhale, coming up to the fingertips. Exhale, hands to the hips, and let's lift all the way back up to standing. Let's come out to a wide forward fold position. So step your feet out, pigeon toe the feet inwards, and then fold forwards. Your hands can rest on blocks, or you can be on the fingertips, or if you can reach, place both palms down onto the floor. Make sure your elbows are maintaining inwards direction here. And then fold your head all the way down to the mat. Prasarita Padottanasana, one form of your forward fold here. The most important aspect is to keep both your legs straight so you can really start to lengthen through your hamstrings. If you're bending the knees, this is a sign you need to rise up a little bit higher. Coming up to the fingertips, hands onto the hips, and let's lift all the way back up. Very good. Reach your hands down for the backs of the knees, the calves, or the heels, and then refold forwards into a second variation of your wide forward fold. Keep pulling your chest so that it falls directly underneath your hips and your sacrum. So you're looking for one straight line here from a bird's eye view, as much as possible, of course. Use your breath to come deeper into the posture. Coming up onto the fingertips, hands onto the hips, and let's lift all the way back up. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. Point the right toes out to the front and keep your left foot out to 90. Arms out, reach forwards. Place your right hand to the knee, shin, or floor. And reach your left arm up, send the gaze up to your left hand. We're now coming into the triangle pose. Untitled Konasana. You have the option to take your bind as well if you would like. Again, if your right knee is bending here, everyone, this is a sign, come up higher. The most important aspect of this posture is to keep your legs straight so you can really open through your hamstrings. Looking down, let's lift up. We're going to make our way to the other side. Right foot in, left foot out. Inhale, reach forwards. And then come down to whatever level works for you today. Very nice. Try and keep that top arm directly above the bottom arm. So think of it as Jenga. You want your lines to be extremely clean and angular here. On the next breath, send your gaze down and lift yourself back up to standing. Pivot the feet around so the right foot is facing outwards and your left foot is facing about 10 o'clock. So we're trying to square off the hips. Deep breath in here and fold your chest forwards into your pyramid pose. Hands can be on blocks, or you can rise up onto your fingertips as being demonstrated, or palms can release down to the floor. Lower your chest down to the top of your thigh. If you wish to go deeper, palms face the other way, wrists face forwards, fingertips face backwards, and continue to fold forwards. This posture is asking for a lot of focus and a very calm mind to balance in this position. Let's come up gracefully, hands onto the hips, and lift yourself all the way back up. Pivot the feet, left foot forwards, right foot in. Let's come into Baddha Konasana on this side here. Lean your torso forwards and fold across the left thigh. In this pose, we need to be mindful that our hips are square, so do as best as you can to dial the right hip forwards and the left hip back. Try and avoid rounding forward to the front of the waist. Breathe into the posture and let it go. Rise up onto the fingertips. Gently guide the body back up, hands onto the waistline, and lift yourself back up to standing. Good work, everyone. From here, bring your feet together, palms to face the front of the mat. Take a few centered breaths in your mountain pose. Stand up tall, lengthen the whole body. Find yourself in a seated position and bring the right foot to the inside of your groin, arms up as you breathe in, and then fold the hands to your knees, the shins, or if you can reach the edges of your feet, go for it. This is our head to knee forward fold. There is a slight spinal twist here going on, but really what we're trying to do is concentrate on grounding through the sitting bones and lengthening our spine as much as we are lengthening our hamstring. You can also use a strap and loop it around the foot if you wish to go a little bit deeper. This will be a nice way to modify. Rising back up, let's swap the legs around, extend the right leg, and bring the left foot in here as high as you can. Inhale, reaching the arms up, and then fold the hands wherever they wish to go. Very good, everyone. Try and keep that left knee firmly planted to the mat. You can keep your extended foot and the leg active by flexing the toes up towards the sky. Let's release the pose, extend both legs, and let's come into Paschimottanasana now. Start by bending your knees, peace fingers around the big toe, and release the chest on top of your thigh. Stay here for a few breaths, and as you exhale each time, maybe start to walk your heels a little bit further forwards. This posture really helps you lengthen and unwind through both your hamstrings and helps with a distracted mind because you're coming into this forward fold and you're really starting to melt the whole body down here. Your torso is lengthening with each and every breath. If it's really difficult, you can also sit yourself on a block, a bolster, cushion, or blanket. This will be a nice, helpful way for those of you who are new to the practice, who may be a little bit more stiff. Let's break the pose now, and we're going to come into half splits. So come and sit back onto your right heel. Extend your left leg forwards. Hands can be on the mat for support. Tuck your right toes and make sure that you're keeping your left leg long here, as long as you can. Hands can be also placed on two blocks if you have them. After a few breaths, if you wish to go deeper, reach the arms forwards and lower the chest down on top of the thigh to go a little bit more deeper into this posture. This is a very good preparation pose for you if you want to practice your full Hanumanasana at some point. This pose, I think, is actually much more beneficial than the full expression of the pose because you're concentrating on one hamstring here, really accurately getting your alignment right. Let's swap across to the other side, everyone. Right foot forwards and take a few breaths here and settle into your half splits. Great stretch for your hips, the calves, and also your lower back here. Good. Engage your muscles on the inner thighs, pull it inwards here. Try and keep your front toes flexed if you want to feel a deeper stretch, everyone. Use your exhale breath to let it go. Make your way back into a child's pose and let your glutes sink down onto your heels. Reach the arms forwards and take a few conscious breaths here just to settle back in to a comfortable pace of breathing. We will now prepare for our wide angle seated forward fold. Both legs straight, flex the toes, and just reach your hands forwards. This is definitely more than enough if you're feeling a nice stretch in your inner thighs. That's where we want to be. If you wish to go a little deeper, bring your forearms down to the floor. Remember, similar with Paschimottanasana, you can sit on a little blanket or a cushion if this helps you. With each exhalation breath, increase your forward fold, even if it's just a tiny millimeter at a time. Let's come up gracefully. Bring your feet together very slowly. And then making your way onto your back, everyone. Hugging the knees into the chest. Take a few rocks from side to side. Just massaging out the lower back. Head and shoulders relaxed on the floor. Place your feet down and come to lie flat on your back as we move into final relaxation pose. Feel your whole body start to sink and melt down into the floor. Relaxing your fingers and the toes. Take these few moments to just be absolutely still. Start to move your fingers and the toes. Bring some life back to the body as you hug the knees into the chest. Take a few rocks. Find yourself lying on the right side. Take a moment here before you gently prop the body back up to a comfortable seat as we meet back in Padmasana. Recognize how you're feeling now, if you've noticed any shifts in not just the physical layer of your body, but more importantly, the emotional body. Have your thoughts changed in nature from negative to neutral or neutral to positive? Hands to the heart. Let us take a moment to dedicate our practice, the energies, all towards the wish for all sentient beings' happiness. May all our actions of body, speech, and mind be in harmony with kindness and compassion always. Namaste. Thank you everyone for coming to join us for our practice today. We've really enjoyed serving you. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly classes to your inbox. In the meantime, keep a happy mind and a happy heart. Namaste.